Donald Trump, having now won the New Hampshire primary, having previously won the Idaho caucuses, the presumptive Republican nominee for president. Many of you are looking at this and saying, well, the political messiah is on the way. He will save the country. I'll sit here on the couch watching Fox News with my feet up on the coffee table, drinking a martini, beer, or wine, and God knows what you may be smoking, God forbid, and I don't need to do anything. Well, I hate to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, and not most of our supporters, they don't believe that, but there are those out there who do. And I hope this podcast reaches them. Because Donald Trump is no Jesus Christ. No man is. And the fact that he's going to be president again, perhaps, he will be met with so much opposition, not just by the Democrats, but by within his own party, the rhinos, people like Mitch McConnell, that you cannot count on any restoration of making America great again. In addition, he'll be there only for 4 years if he wins. He won't be able to complete what he sets out to do. Now, I don't endorse people as the head of Freedom Watch. You can probably bet who I vote for. But I just want you to understand right now that now is not the time for complacency. Now is not the time to think that some knight in shining armor is going to come along and I don't need to do anything. You do. Because it's up to the American people to rise up. There is no political messiah. There is a real Messiah, and there's a Father. And we can ask for his divine providence, just as our founding fathers did in the days, months, and years prior to 1776, where they won a revolution beyond all odds. But this is my short message for today. I want you to go to freedomwatchusa.org and contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. We represent you, the American people. We are your real Justice Department, not the Gestapo that's being run by Biden that's persecuting not just January 6 protesters, but anyone who dares to criticize the socialist, communists, atheists, and other radical members of the left who control the regime and the Democrat Party. The left is evil, pure evil. Those who support the left, well, they're not all evil. Some of them are just delusional. In fact, as a podcast that I sent out a few days, there is evidence, empirical evidence, that people who are leftists have more mental problems than conservatives, to say the least. Probably because they don't believe in God generally. They have nobody really to look to or to count on, and they throw all the weight on their own shoulders. But that also because they probably don't believe completely in the 10 Commandments. They think they can do whatever they want. They can lie, they can cheat, they can steal. Many years ago, as I said, the conservative writer Ann Coulter wrote a book, How to Speak to a Liberal If You Must. Well, make no mistake about it, is that if Trump wins, certainly that would be a good thing. And I'm not endorsing him, let me say, because I can't as head of Freedom Watch. Again, you know how I vote as an individual. But the reality is you, the American people, must do it for yourselves. So I want you to join Freedom Watch. Go to freedomwatchusa.org. Contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. We need your help. Contributions are down. The Republicans have siphoned away a lot of money with false promises, which they don't ever deliver. The latest false promise is that we're going to balance the budget. Well, the new speaker, Mike Johnson, is about ready to be thrown out, excuse the French, on his ass because he caved in just like Kevin McCarthy. This is the Republican Party, a fundraising, racketeering enterprise. The Republican Party, the flip side of the Democrat Party, which is a racketeering criminal enterprise. So I want you to take it to heart and realize that Donald Trump is not our savior. Come back, join Freedom Watch, do something. Don't sit there with your feet up on a coffee table and say, let the Republicans do it. I don't need to do anything, because if that's the case, you can forget about your kids, grandkids, and future generations. And if you're middle-aged or young, you can forget about having a country. That's my message for today. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Thank you for listening to me.